I have seen how either the mother or the mother of the daughter who has just had a daughter, the way she responds to the daughter being born and not the son, the way community takes it, the friends of that grandmother, the way they say, oh, ti hui hai, Allah sahi kare. Yani they start giving it the du'as of sympathy.
See, whenever I see these sort of conversations, especially in public sphere, I see two kinds of people. One with an underdeveloped self-esteem, and he's the one or she's the one who's going to react to whatever's going to come his or her way. So this little proposition that you just threw in on the table, that when a daughter is born, the only human being who's going to react is the person, react negatively, first mental response. And you got to do your own tests. You cannot con your own self, right? So if you, in your first mental response, had delight running through your blood, upon the first instance of news being broken to you that it's a girl, you know? If this was not a delight, that means you were suffering from the same problem. So much so that at the time, human beings used to bury their daughters. Same problem, different levels of manifestation. Now, this problem is 3 or 4, can be compartmentalized into 3 or 4 categories. But the root of all of those, I'm not going to go into that detail because a lot of people know that, you know what, with the girl, she's not going to remain a part of this family. With the girl, the lineage is not going to, be intact anymore. She's going to leave the house physically as well. And she's insecure in the society. She's a target. So people actually have a lot of other flavors to spin around on how to justify a negative reaction upon hearing it's a girl. Even though all of this is just hoopla. This is just a sham. People trying to convince their own selves as if there's something, and this justification holds some weight. It's not going to hold any weight in front of me. Because deep down, if you do not have enough structure of your own self, you do not have a developed self-esteem, you are going to react negatively to this. And you're going to fall prey to any of these compartments that I just mentioned. Okay. Otherwise, I'll give you an example. Now, I did not hear that question, right? So the Prophet ﷺ, I just cited a hadith. Now, this is a litmus test for everyone who's listening to it. That go back in time, when you heard this hadith, when I just quoted this hadith, don't write in any comments, don't tell anybody else. Think on your own. Did you take the meaning, which I'm about to quote, what's the meaning you have or might have taken, then you have some esteem issues. When I quoted the hadith that whoever raises a boy or 2 girls in the way I prescribe, he will be with me in Jannah like this. If your mind went, so Islam has given preference to the boy, then you have some serious esteem issues. Okay, this hadith is exactly the opposite. This hadith has given twice the importance to the girl. You need to understand. This hadith says, now imagine if these were your daughters, you would have been like, oh my God, Allahu Akbar, my Prophet is protecting 2 daughters of mine against 1 son of somebody's. You know what I'm saying?
So people start making a lot of the preferences.
That's the litmus test.
Perceptions.
So if your perception went a little negative on the left side of the aisle, you got some issues, brother. I'm telling you this right now. Because whoever has daughters would fill himself with delight upon this hadith that I need to protect 2 daughters versus a boy to get myself ranked into Jannah the way Prophet ﷺ prescribed. That means girls are twice as important to be protected, to be looked at. Otherwise, every time I quote this hadith, the audience splits. They see 1 boy, ticket to Jannah. 2 girls. So 1 girl is half a ticket to Jannah, 1 boy is a full ticket. That's not how the hadith is structured. The hadith is telling the parent to protect 2 girls. That's how you're going to get a place in Jannah.
The bar is raised when it comes to the girls.
Twice as hard.
Definitely. And that's how you need to look at it.
Yeah. Whoever says or frowns on the fact that you got a daughter, it was a girl, that person has psychological issues, mental issues. That person needs to restructure his own definitions of just being a human being. Literally. And I'm telling you this right now. Most women have issues with their daughters having a born child, a girl. Most women. And not just the boy's mother, even the girl's mother. Even the girl herself. You need to understand, it's not about man versus woman. It's about completeness, understanding of the deen, common sense, versus a mental disease. That's all I'm going to call it. Mental disease. If you're saddened by the news of a girl being born, you have a mental disease. Okay? Otherwise, they're going to keep quoting the Sira and the Prophet and, Ashiq Rasul. He had a daughter, Fatima. It's the biggest sunnah. Allah, you didn't choose it. You didn't make a girl or boy in a kitchen. Allah chose a Fatima in your house, and then you go sad. You call yourself a Muslim and a lover of the Prophet. Sorry, it's not going to sell on me.